Okay. And there's the transmission. The beautiful transmission that GM designs, where you have to take the bell housing off to get to the filter, instead of putting the traditional pan underneath the car where you can remove the pan and change the filter. So this design requires you to split the bell housing from the transmission in order for you to change the internal filter on this model, the 6T70 transmission. Yeah.
Now does this model have a seal transmission?
A seal transmission, like
that you never change the oil and never change the transmission fluid?
Well, it has a drain plug.
Okay.
It has a drain plug. You need an 11mm socket, and that's right under the knees right here. There's a little socket right there. See that?
Yeah.
So you can change that. You can drop that plug and you get about 4.5 quarts. You get 4.5 quarts of transmission fluid. And what I did, I changed it like a few weeks ago. What I did, I went right here on the transmission cooler lines. You have the top and the bottom. And you have the top transmission cooler line and the top and the bottom one that goes into the radiator, which is designed to cool the transmission fluid. And what you can do, I've seen this on YouTube, you can undo those two. I think it's the bottom one that you really want to undo, not really the top. The top is not, I think the top is a return. The bottom is the one that comes off out of the transmission. So when you turn this car on and you put a vinyl hose there, you can get all the fluid pumping out into a 5-gallon bucket. And it'll pump all the old fluid out. And then as soon as you see bubbles, you can turn it off and then top it off with more fluid. And then turn it on again, it'll pump out the new fluid out through the core converter, out through the cooler line into a 5-gallon bucket. You turn it off and then you turn it back on with new fluid. And you can do that until it gets nice and red.
Okay.
If you don't have transmission issues, it works. If you already have transmission issues, this isn't going to fix it.
This is pointless.
It's pointless.
Okay.
The whole thing's going to have to come out. They're going to have to rebuild it at the shop. But you can do that with this model. And then there's also little pressure discs in there that I've seen them replace too. If it starts having shifting issues, you can take this all off on the car and you can replace these little diaphragms on the transmission. I've seen them do that too. But so far we've gotten to this point, so I might actually grab this ECM and stick it back on with the grooves. See how I'm got them lined up now in the slots? One there and one there.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the bottom and now you get the top.
Yeah, and that sits there. 10mm bolts, and I'll put them back. I don't have to put them all the way on, just well, I guess I can put it on. Okay. And then grab a ratchet. I'll over tighten this. This plastic, use plastic here. So you want to over tighten that. We're going to get the electrical box off next. This guy here. I don't know if we need to get this off. I don't think we do. All this right here.
Yeah.
But I know the electrical box is to come out. So next we're going to do the electrical box. We're going to take this electrical box out of the way so we can get access to the timing chain cover. It's all right here on the side. And we'll have to remove a bunch of stuff here, the intakes and all that. But basically this has to come off. So there's a clip here. Squeeze that one, and that unlocks the cover. Like that. Comes off. And then there's 2 bolts here, and this whole thing comes off. We have to undo that too. Let's try 13. A 13mm fits. Now we're going to get a ratchet, put it on here, and then remove the battery terminal. Okay, there's the nut. Don't lose that because that's going to be important. And you're going to lift up on these two. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set that there. I'm going to get a zip tie. I'm going to grab a zip tie. I'm going to take off each one of these and zip tie them just like that. We'll move them out of the way later. I just don't want them to fall behind the engine where I can't get them. And then we're going to take this off, 10mm. That was actually loose. It probably doesn't go on there very tight because this is the fuse box. I think there's some clips that hold this fuse box together. If I'm not mistaken. Somebody said you could take this all off. Yeah, there's little clips here. So come in here. So there's a clip there, a clip there. You release these tabs here, and this starts separating. Okay, and then there's some here on this side, and I need a screwdriver. So there's a little flat screwdriver. I can reach in behind here, kind of pull up, and then there and there, and this should all come out. Yeah, okay, comes out like that. I think, I'm not sure these come out.
Oh, like all the way off?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they come off. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so that comes off. And the connector, yeah, the connector's right under it. I'm getting this battery bolt, and I'm going to put it right here, just loosely like that, so it doesn't, it's all together and doesn't get lost. I'm going to move this cover and put it there on top, so it also doesn't get contaminated with debris. But what I will do, I'll get this coolant reservoir, we'll loosen that, move it out of the way. And I got the 10mm here with a ratchet. Got 10mm. We're going to remove this. Set that up. That one. That one. Okay. And then there's a clip here. Put them right there for now. There's a clip right there that's holding the thing on. So we're going to use my clip removing pliers that I got from Harbor Freight. Put it right there and pull. And it works nice with the exact tool. So this is coming off, and need to find out if I need to push it up or down or over. Okay, we're gonna kind of move this and work it around. Okay, and then lay that like that over off to the side, and now we have a little more room to work in here, but I still need to get this out of the way, so I'm going to remove this little clip right here. I think you just have to pull up on it, but let me grab my tool, my Harbor Freight clip removal tool, and pry up on it. Actually, I'll use the other Harbor Freight pry tools, the little plastic crowbar. And we'll put the little foot in there, and we'll just kind of work it back, and we get that off.
I thought it was a bee.
And yeah, so we got that little clip off. There's this sensor. I don't know if that's a map sensor or a mass airflow or some kind of air intake sensor. There's a little tab here. We're gonna squeeze it, and then we're gonna pull it back, and then that's gonna come off. And that comes off. We're gonna remove this box here, this air, the fuse box. And there's a clip right here. It's gonna release that tab. See that? You push it up with a little screwdriver. And you can pull up on it slightly, and that frees that side up. There's another one right here. And that frees that one. And then there's one right here on this side. Got to pull up on that. And there's one right here on this side. There we go. Okay. That whole fuse box thing comes out. Okay. I have to clean that out too. It's kind of dusty. See all that dusty and dirty and grime and everything in there?
Yeah.
Okay, gonna squeeze the tab. There it is. Okay, we got the connector out. I just stuck my screwdriver in there to hold it while I pull it out. I just moved it out of the way. I'm gonna have to tape this, you know, like cover it with electrical tape and or plastic bags and whatever, just to keep it from getting wet. This right here. Okay, we know there's two cables in here, so we can cut this. Okay. So that way we can get this guy off of there. Okay. Get this one out of the way. Okay. I think that's good. And then next is this the intake. Now I'm kind of wondering if I should jack it up, because we're going to need to get access over here to the
Side of the car?
side of the car.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Apparently we got a locking nut on here, and I know where.
We're going to check the glove box, and luckily
Oh, sweet. Somebody put it in the glove box.
they put it in the glove box.
All right, that's good.
They didn't lose it and throw it away. They left it in the car where you're going to need it.
Yeah,
And let's see. And there it is.
perfect.
So we'll need to take that off. I'm going to grab a wrench, and we're going to undo the lug nuts while the car's on the ground. That way it's easy.
Okay. Okay.
So you'll need a 7/8. Well, if you use the lock nut, I happen to have a 7/8. That's what fits on this wheel lock. And we're going to put this on here and kind of tight.
You need a breaker bar for that.
Yeah, I might need a breaker bar.
It's good. Yeah. So I'm gonna
Oh, there we go. Break it loose. And then, yeah, okay, it's loose. Okay. Okay, we got the wheel lock off.
Okay, cool. I gotta get some for my truck. I got some for my Corolla, but I need to get some for my truck.
Yeah, I would, yeah, definitely. It would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't want people taking my wheels. The hood, they take the wheels.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They've stolen my wheels from this very driveway, so and make sure that we keep them safe. Anything goes in the hood.
Breaking them loose. And we will get the wheels off as soon as I get a jack underneath the front end. Okay. Make sure. Okay. Loose. Okay. There. And then I'm gonna set that aside. And in fact, that's fine. So I just don't want to lose it. And this thing's gonna need new tires. See this here? See how they're, look at these tires.
Oh, those are pretty, man, that's, yeah, it's time.
These notches, these are those notches that are where you're at the end of the road with these tires. There's no tread left.
It's time. It's time.
Yeah. You know, it's time. It's time to replace these. I think it needs new TPMS sensors because
I never even let my tires get to this point. This is pretty bad.
Yeah, they're really bad. So we're gonna remove that. We'll see if we need to remove it now. We have to remove this out of the way. Might go back to this bracket because there's a motor mount that sits under here. If I remember, there's like a dog bone motor mount that sits under this electrical.
Oh, I see it there. Yeah, I can see the motor mount right under that plate. Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. So,
okay.
I'm gonna need to get my Milwaukee ratchet. We're gonna change this little 1/4 inch bit, and we're gonna go with a 3/8. And then I'm gonna use a small extension right here, 3/8 extension, and they're gonna go to 10 millimeter, which I have right here, and we're gonna get that right there. That one doesn't work because this is not a deep well, but we have a deep well right here. There's a nut, and then there's these 2 screws. Where'd these go? Oh, they're for this here. Put it back there.
The reservoir screws.
Reservoir screws. Yeah,
so they don't get lost.
Don't get lost. At least we know where they go and all that. So we'll just put it like that. Okay, and then this, we'll set that aside. Try to keep track of all your screws because this can get messy real fast. Here's another nut right here. We're going to take that off. That one here to the side. And then there's another one right there. See that? Gonna take that one off.
You have your little flashlight?
Oh, right here.
So I can...
Okay. For that screw there.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna get that in there. That's a little bolt. And then this whole thing looks like it wants to come off. And I need this little tool because this little harness connector thing is hooked up there with one of those little clip things. I'm gonna put that underneath here, pry it off. Okay, it came off. And then is there it is. Okay, give it a little pull, and the whole bracket comes off. And what I'm going to do, because it's fresh on my mind since I just took them out, I'm going to grab a zip tie and do that, and then I'll grab another one for this one. And that's why you get a lot of zip ties, so that you'll know where every screw goes. Well, I could set that one aside like this. Get in there. Remove the motor mount. This one here. Motor mount. That looks like it's broken already.
I wouldn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, see
That's
that?
broken. Yeah.
It's broken.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
It's broken.
My Buick's motor mount was also broken.
Yeah.
And you can feel it. Like very rarely did I accelerate strong, but it's very rare. But every once in a while when I needed to, I could feel that the motor mount was broken.
Yeah, it's broken. I was like, yeah, we're gonna need to replace that. I got new motor mounts, so we can change that too. But that's definitely gonna need to be replaced. We'll have to remove that. And in the meantime, these right here, I'm gonna get some plastic bags and wrap them so that dust and debris don't get in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a jack underneath the engine and the car and take the wheel out so that I can get to the crankshaft wall and all that stuff. And then we can get to the motor mount there on the top, and then I don't have to worry about it falling.